Affordability of Louisiana is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate your passion. Mr. Tisler, do you think the federal government should be making it more expensive to build affordable housing?
Absolutely not, sir.
Okay. Well, it is. To build a home, of course, I think we can agree on this, requires money. And the people who loan that money, of course, expect to be paid back. And they expect to protect their collateral, which is the affordable home. The mortgagee, or the person who loans the money, oftentimes requires that the homeowner carry insurance. Can we agree on that?
Yes, sir.
And more, the mortgagee, the person loaning the money, requires the homeowner to carry flood insurance. Yet, while you are here advocating, as we all are, for affordable housing, our federal government, through FEMA, is working as hard as it can to increase the cost of flood insurance. FEMA hired a company called Milliman to write a new algorithm, which Milliman says can look at every individual home in the United States and predict its flood risk over the next 30 years. Amazing. There's just one problem. They won't share with anyone the algorithm. And as a result of that algorithm, national flood insurance costs have gone, I'll give you the national figure, from $808 to $1,808. Now, I'll give you some concrete examples. In my state, we call counties parishes. St. Mary Parish, the median household income is $40,000 roughly. The new flood insurance rate in St. Mary Parish is $5,226 a year as a result of FEMA's actions. That doesn't include homeowners. That doesn't include property taxes. That doesn't include liability insurance. That's flood. Now, how can you build an affordable home for someone when they have to pay half of the cost of the home, when you add up all this insurance they have to carry, in insurance?
Senator, I can't speak to FEMA because I don't know how they arrived at that.
Yes, but I guess that was an unfair question. Why aren't the three of you, I'm not criticizing you, I may make this a general suggestion. Why don't you take a look at what FEMA's doing to the cost of building an affordable home in America? Because you're not going to have any. There's no free lunch, and you don't get one now. I mean, they're making it impossible to build affordable housing in America. And I think the three of you respectfully ought to take a look at that and the impact on.
In the halls of Congress, the future of affordable housing took center stage. Lawmakers and housing advocates clashed over rising costs, insurance burdens, and restrictive zoning laws that are making the American dream increasingly out of reach. At the heart of the debate, flood insurance, FEMA's controversial algorithm, and the tough reality of homeownership in high-cost states like California. Building a home has always required money, loans, and risk. But now, a new obstacle is making it harder than ever: insurance. Lenders require homeowners to carry insurance to protect their investments. Increasingly, that includes flood insurance, an expense that is climbing faster than wages. FEMA, working with the firm Milliman, introduced an algorithm designed to calculate flood risks for every single home in America. The problem? No one outside FEMA has access to the formula, and the results have been devastating for families. National flood insurance rates jumped from just over $800 to more than $1,800. In Louisiana's St. Mary Parish, where the median income is around $40,000, families now face flood insurance bills of more than $5,000 per year. For many, that wipes out the possibility of ever affording a home. These skyrocketing insurance costs pile on top of property taxes, liability insurance, and everyday expenses. Lawmakers argue that it is becoming nearly impossible to build or own affordable housing. Without relief, millions of working-class Americans may be priced out of homeownership entirely. Beyond insurance, zoning laws present another challenge. California serves as a prime example. With strict local ordinances restricting multifamily housing, new affordable housing developments are blocked before they even begin. Residents, many of whom see their homes as their only financial security, pressure elected officials to protect property values. This creates a system where local politics, despite progressive rhetoric,
Take a look at that and the impact on affordable housing in our country. Ms. Ginnell, did I say your name right?
It's Yantel. Thank you.
Yentel, I'm sorry. You talked about zoning. Let's take California, for example. I don't mean to pick on California. I love California. It's a beautiful state. It's very expensive to own a home there. Can we agree on that?
Yes.
So people, when they buy a home, working people, poor and middle class, not many people poor can afford to buy a home, it costs so much that their home becomes their 401k. They can't save anything. I mean, they have to put the money into equity in their home. And so they want to protect the value of that home. And they communicate that to their elected officials. So their elected officials, despite what they say, make it very difficult through their zoning decisions to build affordable housing. Despite their left of center politics. Isn't that what's going on?
That's absolutely true. And California is a prime example of what happens when very restrictive local zoning ordinances prevent the construction of any type of housing, multifamily housing, and especially affordable housing. And the result is that it drives up costs for everyone, and it certainly squeezes the lowest income renters the most. But California is not alone. This is a pattern that...
No, but it's the best example, isn't it?
It is a prime example, yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
cherish dreams, the chance for every family to own a home. Affordable housing is more than a policy debate, it's about real families struggling to build a future. With rising insurance premiums, restrictive zoning, and mounting costs, the question remains, will America find a way to keep the dream of homeownership alive, or will it slip away for millions of hardworking citizens? If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and hit the subscriber button for more political showdown. Thanks for watching. See you in the next